to today's edition of the Pastor's Study. I'm glad that you could join us. We are journeying through Philippians and we are into chapter 4. And here Paul is reminding us the need to rejoice and the reasons to rejoice. He tells us that we are to rejoice in the Lord, not in the provisions, not in having a good job. Those are all things to rejoice at. But he's telling us that we are to rejoice in the Lord and recognizing that who we are, what we have, all of those things are because of the Lord. He says, we are not to be anxious. We are not to be overly concerned about things, but to take that anxiousness and through prayer and through supplication with thanksgiving, wrapping it up. It's like wrapping up a gift. You wrap it up in thanksgiving, recognizing whatever it is you have, whether you're alive and breathing, whether you have a good job, whatever God has provided, wrap it up in that thanksgiving and then let that request be known to God. So you see, if you back it up and you start out with that thanksgiving, taking those requests and laying them at God's feet. And when you do that, the anxiousness can subside. The anxiousness can go away. And he says, what will happen is peace will come from God. Because it's God who provides and God who will give a peace that is beyond a comprehension. There have been times in my life when I faced difficult things. And I know God's people were praying with me in those areas. And I can tell you that the peace and the calmness that came in the midst of the unknown was undescribable. And so just remembering all of that. And then he gives us this one final warning in this group of verses. He says, guard your heart and your minds in Christ Jesus. Because, it's very easy to fall into the trap of complaining and frustrating. And so when you spend time in prayer with thanksgiving and mixing it all in, it's like putting together a cake. You got to have all the necessary ingredients for it to come out tasting good. And when you do that, when you take it with prayer and thanksgiving and going before God, peace will come from Him and strength will come from Him, and you will be able to rejoice. Until next time in the Pastor's Study, we say goodbye and may God bless.